Ellerton has faced the Cubs 3 times, no record. Been effective, 4 in the third. 4 hits, no runs of any kind. Walking nobody, striking out 3. So Ellerton now will look at old Henry Rodriguez, hitting .250. Some injuries have kept him from having the kind of a year they thought he would have. That's a strike call.
Here. Now, Baker and
6-2. Pitch on the way. Change, fouled it back. Rodriguez hitting .250. 31 homers and 85 runs batted in. Didn't he foul the ball off against us and then he was out for a while? Yeah. No, it was a slide at second base.
Yeah, but I think he fouled the ball off and then running the bases aggravated it.
It cost him some time. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Whoa! What a way to pitch that big guy. Show him a change and then buzz him.
Little hitter by him downstairs. Ellerton's been very good at retiring the first batter when he comes into a ball game. Obviously, that's an important task for a relief pitcher.
And with Ellerton coming on, of course, it's a call to the bullpen. Brought to you by Southwestern Bell, who invites you to visit their Football Fest at the State Fair of Texas, September 25th, October 18th. Southwestern Bell. Pitch to Lance Johnson, a ball. Here's the 1-0. Fouled it back. Oh, that ball caught Fremming. I know I've said this over the years, but he gets conked more than any plate umpire in this league. Mike Armstrong and the gang out with a big group here tonight.
Bruce gets conked because he stays over the top of the catcher better than just about any other umpire in the game. At least that I've seen in our league. Most of them set up way inside, making it difficult to see the outside corner. Bruce kind of stays over the top of the catcher, better view of the plate, and a little bit more vulnerable to those foul tips.
Will Samples out tonight with a birthday party. Home Guard Insurance, Home Depot. A lot of radio stations out here tonight with groups. The Buzz is out here with another group tonight. What is the Buzz? 107.5 or 105.7?
7-5 sounds right.
Okay. 3 balls and a strike here to Johnson. Kiss Radio is here. And that's down low a ball and a walk to Johnson. Now he's on for the 3rd time here tonight. Don't get careless here with Sosa. He's moving to the on-deck circle. Morandini will be the batter. Sosa hit a home run in the 4th inning. Then McGuire answered a couple of innings later in St. Louis. And the Cardinals are leading their game 6-3.
Didn't get that far off first base, but Ricky got rid of the ball in a hurry, made a real strong throw. Johnson in the call to Eric Gregg.
Greatest thing about that play is that Sosa will lead off the 9th with nobody on. Astros leading here. Now this from your local station.
AM 560 KLVI.
Pitcher here, and Blauser goes in to play shortstop. 51,831 on a Friday night. And the crowds tomorrow and Sunday are supposed to be bigger. Gutierrez 0 for 3, and what a slingshot he had to make that double play in the top of the inning. Blauser batting 9th, keeping a card. Miller, the new pitcher, and the pitch on the way to Goody, swing and a miss. Miller's been in 36 games, 2-0 record, a 3.12 ERA. Jr. delivers, comes right over the top, down low a ball. Kurt Miller, big string bean right-hander. Here's the pitch. Fouled ball. He hit him right on the knuckles and cracked his bat.
Deep into that kitchen.
Let's break it here in a hurry at the bottom of the hour on the Astros Radio Network. Hamilton, Jim Deshaies in the Dome on a Friday night. Another crowd, almost 52,000 here. Saying hello to Lampasas, KCYL. 1-2 to Goody, high a ball. Livingston, Texas, KETX, AM and FM. Astros in front, 6-2. Ball game in the bottom of the 8th. Goody swings and he misses. Struck him out. Only the third strikeout of an Astro in this game. Almost 1 for 3, and it was a big one because it was a leadoff triple in the 5th. Got him home with a shallow ball to left for a sucker. Gambled. And
the way to see it is that, yes, there is a tradition. Foreshadowed as a great Passover, the great Exodus and redemption of the Jews, fulfilled through our mighty Yeshua, who gave himself as the sacrificial lamb that both Jew and Gentile recover from his blood, from the coming destruction and eternal damnation of those like the Egyptians who were not covered in the lamb's blood. When Yeshua died on the tree,
And I think it's going to 8 a.m. Monday morning. That's to provide safe, orderly fashion selling those NLCS tickets.
Well, it'll keep them from crashing the gate. Well, here's another part of what could be some of the puzzle when the roster's named. Molesky going to be a pinch hitter. Do you keep 3 catchers for your playoff roster? Mitch Molesky going to pinch hit here. Switch hitter. Swing and a miss. Foul, rather, right at the catcher's feet. Remember, tomorrow we'll be on the air at 2:40. Shane Reynolds goes after number 20 in that win column. We'll be on the air at 2:40. Coach's Corner tomorrow. And it'll be the last Coach's Corner of the season. Hitting coach Tommy McCraw will be our guest. Because all the number 1 spots in our pregames the rest of the year in the playoffs. Off-speed pitch up high from Miller. It will be the skipper, Larry Dierker. 1-1 to Molesky. Looking to the 9th, Sosa will be leading it off. Here's the 1-1. Strike call outside corner at the knees, 1-2. Most of the 52,000 are still here to see Sosa bat one more time. He gave him a thrill of second at bat. With one more bounce, it would have been in Pasadena. Swinging a miss on Molesky. 1-2-3 inning for Miller. So the crowd anticipating Sosa to lead off in the 9th. We go to the 9th with Houston leading 6-2.
30 saves, 95 strikeouts, and 58 innings of work.
And the fans, what a chance to see power against power.
It really is a treat. You know Wagner's going to go after Sosa with his best stuff. This should be fun.
Wagner's only faced the Cubs once, went 2 innings and won a game in an 11-inning game here, and he got the Cubs 6 up and 6 down in that one appearance. And the pitch to Sammy Sosa on the way from Billy the Kid. Down low a ball, 1-0. Sosa popped up to Biggio in the first. 4th inning, hit a tremendous gargantuan clout for his 66th. High a ball then in the 6th inning. He grounded out to the shortstop. McGuire later tied him at St. Louis. They're 66 apiece. They're on the same route. Swing and a miss.
Great pitch.
So now they'll exchange the balls again. Remember when Sosa bats, they bring out the specially marked ones. Now they go back to the regular ball. someone to do a little house cleaning to the left of the home plate area. Astros on top by 4. We're in the 9th. Pitch on the way. Down and in. Atlanta picked up another run. They're leading the Mets 6-4 as they head to the 9th. The Giants are leading Colorado 3-1. Here's the pitch.
Number 53. Toll-free number is 1-877-988-1.
Been taken care of by Everett twice, and then he hit a comebacker to the mound to Lima. Wagner delivers. Tight on the hands again. Ball 3. Glenn Allen Hill is on deck. He went bat for Brant Brown. Pitch on the way. In there, taking 3-1. And a strike called, 3-2.
This year, retooling as we've gone along. They made those changes to the bullpen. We saw Karchner tonight and Haney. Glenn Allen Hill has been a good pickup. Gary Gaetti, of course.
Ready for the payoff now. Lefty against lefty. Here it is. Swinging foul right side toward our dugout. Hill's hit some important home runs for them. One of them was against us. Hit in Chicago off Randy Johnson. But the Cubs lost that game 8-3. High pop, shallow left center. Who's going to take charge? It'll be Goody. Whoa, almost a catastrophe. Lou was coming on, and now Everett and Goody are talking. It almost looked like it was going to be one of those you take it, I got it, and we'll all watch a drop job. But the main concern was Goody and Lou colliding, which they avoided because Lou did a nice little slide to avoid it.
That's the kind of play sometimes where you see the infielder take a knee to the head because he's running out looking up. The outfielder comes crashing in. Moises couldn't call him off because he wasn't sure he was going to get there.
Here's Glenn Allen Hill, batting .361, 8 homers. Glenn Allen Hill, pretty good with the bat. Hurts you a little in the outfield, swinging them in. Strike 1. Ready for an 0-1 from Wagner. It's on the way to Hill. Fouled off, 2 strikes. Now let's get everybody up and end this thing. The crowd now salutes the hometown guy, Wagner, trying to end it. 0-2 on the way from Hill. Swing and a foul back, and he gets another look. Hill 3 for 7 with a homer and 3 RBIs against the Astros in those brief appearances. No balls and 2 strikes. Ready for another 0-2, and here it is. Popped it up over here to the right. Osmus should squeeze it. Ready, and he does. Astros beat the Cubs. 1-2-3 inning for Wagner. It puts Lima in the winner's circle. So Lima wobbled a little, serving those gopher balls again. Made some big pitches when he needed to. He goes to 16-8. We will have the final totals right after this message.
Swing, a high fly ball to left. There is 66. 66, one for the road. Highway 66. He ties Sosa.
That was the Hall of Famer Jack Buck making that call in St. Louis tonight. 66 for Sosa and McGuire. Meanwhile, here it's 3-1. Those are the numbers to remember as the Giants are leading. And the pitch outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs and a runner on third base in that game at Turner Field in the ninth. The Mets within a run at 6-5 Atlanta. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it rides high. Did he check his swing? And the third base umpire, Ed Rappiano, says no, he didn't hold up. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hamilton doesn't agree with that call. So an exciting finish in that game in Atlanta. 6-5 Braves. 2 outs. Carlos Baerga has hit a ground ball out that brought in a run, scoring Mike Piazza. You knew he'd be on base somewhere in that 9th inning. What a second half. As soon as that is over, you will know. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Hamilton. Rockies at first and second. And the pitch is high. And it's 2-2. Well, you get your kicks on Route 66. Song sung by Nat King Cole a number of years ago. And Sosa and McGuire have each hit that road tonight. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled out of play left side. Brian McRae is the runner at third base with 2 outs in that game at Turner Field in Atlanta. The Cubs have lost. If the Mets come back and win that game, they'll have a 1-game lead with 2 to go. If they lose, the Mets and the Cubs still tied. If the Giants win tonight, a 3-way tie with 2 to go. Hamilton, feeling that Estes was taking too much time, steps out. We're not only doing a simulcast of the game here and the game in Houston. That's now over, but also the game in Atlanta. You folks are baseball fans. We want to update you as we go along. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Low and away, ball 3. That is 3 hitters in succession where Estes has gone to the 3-2 count. Kurt Abbott at first. Another Kurt. Manwaring's at second. Dusty Baker is coming out, and this may be a pretty good little session with his pitcher, Sean Estes, telling him to challenge the hitters. He hasn't been doing that. A great motivator is Dusty Baker, and his counterpart's a good one, too. Don Baylor. I'll never forget in 1995 asking Dante Bichette when the Rockies won the wild card. I said, who would be the MVP? He had a great year. I figured Dante might say himself. He's pretty humble. He said, Don Baylor should be the MVP of this ball club because he never gave up, and when he didn't give up, we didn't give up.
I think there are certainly times you could have said this year the Rockies might have gone 20, 25, or 30 games under 500 if there wasn't a steadying influence at the helm like Don Baylor.
25 pitches thrown in the inning by Estes. The 3-2 pitch to Hamilton got him swinging. Got him with a fastball, and that probably is exactly what Dusty Baker told Sean Estes. Your number 1 pitcher, your fastball, don't be afraid to use it. He has been missing badly with his curveball. So he gets the strikeout of Hamilton. 2 men out, 2 men on, and Nafi Perez, the hitter. He's 1 out of 2 with a single. Max Brooks is at the ready, working in our broadcast booth, letting us know by way of the sports ticker what is transpiring in Atlanta. Julian Tavares warming up in the bullpen now for the Giants. He just got up. Leskanic has been throwing for the better part of 10 minutes now. He's in the bullpen for Colorado. The pitch to Nafi. And it's over for a called strike 1. He threw him a curveball. And the Cubs overcome that brutal loss at County Stadium in Milwaukee 2 days ago when Brant Brown dropped an easy fly ball. They've lost again tonight, 6-2 to Houston. Here's the 0-1. And a tie for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. How about this final weekend of the Major League Baseball season? The Yankees have done what they needed to do to capture the American League record for most wins, and they have 2 more games to go. Here's the 1-1. It's inside. 1. This wild card race certainly living up to its billing. I mean, never before have you seen 3 different teams that belong from all 3 divisions in the league. East, Central, and West. All aboard on the What in the world is going on in Atlanta, Georgia? Nothing yet. The Wild ones 6-5. Braves holding on. Not over yet. Nafy getting set in that batter's box. Van Warren with his lead at second. Abbott at first. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and cracked foul on the ground. Third base side again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dante Bichette is out on deck. Sean Estes comes set. He'll check the runners, now deliver, and the pitch is in the dirt, and Brian Johnson saves it. Beautiful save by Johnson, who wasn't altogether certain that he had saved it. That fastball was right into the ground. Three balls, 2 strikes to count. Another one. It is a final. The Atlanta Braves have held off the Mets 6-5. They're still tied. Those Chicago Cubs and the New York Mets. The runners go, and the pitch is fouled out of play. 3-2 remains the count on Nafy Perez with 2 outs. Giants leading 3-1. It just went up on the scoreboard, and no doubt the Giants noticing it. 6-5, Atlanta beats the Mets. If the Giants win tonight, incredibly so, it would be a 3-way tie for the wild card of the National League, and not even Bud Selig, the commissioner of baseball, would have anticipated a finish like this once the wild card was instated. Runners go. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball. Base hit to left. Nafy Perez with his second hit of the night. Van Warren scores. Abbott goes to third, representing the tying run. It's a 3-2 Giants lead, but here come the Rockies.
Nafy Perez turned into an RBI machine in that win Wednesday against the Diamondbacks. He drove in 3 runs, and here he gets the tying run home in the 5th inning tonight. Or it makes it a little bit closer, 3-2.
So here's Dante Bichette, who does have that tying run at third. Dante has not been driving in the runs with runners in scoring position recently. That's one of the things he talked about today. He's trying to get back on the beam. After all, he's driven in 121. So far tonight, hit into a double play and walked. He'll be facing Julian Tabarez when we come back. Here comes Dusty Baker. He is going to take Sean Estes out, who surrendered just 2 runs on 3 hits, but can't finish the 5th and doesn't have a chance for the victory. 3-2 Giants. We're back in a moment.
Before we tell you about Tavares, let's pause for station identification. This is the Rockies Radio Network. This relief is sponsored by Prime Star, the best value in satellite TV, with up to 160 channels of sports, movies, and family programming. The story on Tavares this year, he just served a 3-game suspension. That was for going ballistic in a game against the Padres and bumping an umpire. He served those 3 in Arizona, where the Giants lost 2 out of 3. This year, Tavares 5-3 has a save. This is his 59th appearance. ERA 3.78. He's in a tough spot. Tying run at third, go-ahead run at first, and 1 swing of the bat. Dante Bichette can turn this game right around. Wait.
Thank you, Pat. Dante 0 for 1 plus a walk. Runners at first and third with 2 outs. Here's the stretch by Tavares. Here's the right-handed pitch. One out top of the third base side foul over by Gene Glenn, the third base coach. Here are the incidentals on the 2 games tonight. Astros beat the Cubs 6-2. Jose Lima, his 16th win. Kevin Tapani losing. He's now 19-9. Tyler Houston and Sammy Sosa homering for the Cubs, number 66 for Sosa. Derek Bell is 22nd for the Astros. And Atlanta holds off a furious Mets rally in the 9th and win it 6-5 over New York. Here's the 0-1. swing and a line drive to right. Coming fast to right fielder Carter. Can't make the catch. It bounces in front of him and off his leg. In to score the tying run is Abbott. Nathan Perez streaks to third. A tie game 3-3 here in the fifth. Bichette got the job done, driving in RBI number 122. A high fastball by Tavares.
Boy, the story tonight for Sean Estes is walks. 3 of the 4 walks he allowed have been turned into runs by the Rockies. And the man he's still responsible for, Nathan Perez, who had a single to drive in a run, is at third base now.
Yeah, the guy gives up 3 hits in the game, and now he's tied and out of here. And Vinny Castilla 0 for 2 steps in. Tavares throws hard. Vinny swings hard. He swings at a breaking ball and a good one. And it's 0-1. So the Rockies have rallied for 2 runs in the inning. They have had back-to-back 2-out hits from Nathan Perez and Dante Bichette. The 0-1. Bouncy ball in the hole between third and short. Gobbled up by Aurelia. He throws off balance to first. Too late. In to score the go-ahead run is Nathan Perez on an infield hit by Vinny Castilla. 4-3 Rockies as they have rallied to take the lead from San Francisco.
Talk about the Giants being resourceful. The Giants getting a big 2-out base hit from Jeff Kent to get a run home in the third. The Rockies, after 2 are out in this inning, have put together back-to-back-to-back hits to bring home runs. 4 runs charged to Estes in 4 2/3 innings, and all of a sudden he's on the hook in this one.
Aurelia made a diving stop of the ball, tried frantically to get up and throw to first, but he was never going to get Vinny Castilla. So the Giants, who just a few moments ago had to have some euphoria because they looked up and saw both teams ahead of them lose, and now all of a sudden they're trailing in this game. 4-3 Colorado as Helton is the batter. And the pitch is outside for a ball. Double-barreled activity in that bullpen for San Francisco. Leskanic will be pitching in the top of the 6th inning when we get there. 2 outs, 2 on, and the pitch outside. 2-0. Give him a split finger. Johnstone is a right-handed pitcher warming up in that bullpen for San Francisco. Here comes the pitch, swing and a foul back. We will have a very important second game in this series for you tomorrow. Radio only. On this network station. We'll be on the air at 12:35 Mountain Time with Rockies on deck coverage. The Rockies against these Giants. 3 runs won't win a game for you here at Coors Field on most occasions. Here's the 2-1 pitch, fouled away by Helton, and the count 2-2. Rich Rodriguez, the left-hander, joining Johnstone in the bullpen for San Francisco.
All of a sudden, John Thompson has a chance to win this game now if the bullpen can get it home for the Rockies.
He gave up 3 runs on 7 hits in his 5 innings of work. The walk, the bugaboo for Sean Estes tonight. Now the 2-2, swing the line drive down the left field line. That is a foul ball by inches. By inches down that left field line. That would have scored 1. Would have put Castilla to third. And Helton probably at second base with a double. Instead, it's a foul ball. Just foul is called by Ed Rapuano. He made the correct call. He has excellent vision. That was tough to call with a naked eye clear back here. Rapiano running out to make sure he saw daylight between the ball and that chalk line. It was that close. 2-2. The Rockies are free and easy, playing relaxed baseball. The Giants, no doubt, feeling it a little bit tonight. The 2-2 pitch swung on, hard hit ball to second base and off the glove of Stanfield recover. Now they're sending the runner home. Throw the home at the first base side. Dante Bichette will score all the way from second second base on the ball knocked down by the second baseman Kent in shallow right, and yet he never recovered fast enough. I don't think he thought that Dante Bichette would be sent home. And Gene Glenn sent him, and the rush throw by Kent was up the first base side of home plate. The Rockies have tallied 4 runs in the inning and lead it 5-3.
Jeff Kent took a look and double clutched when he realized Bichette was coming home, and that moment of indecision cost him any chance, and then the throw a little bit up the first base side. They had no chance to get Dante.
So the second best defensive team in the National League, the San Francisco Giants, making a huge error there. No RBI, but a run is tallied. And the Rockies have runners at first and second for Mike Lansing. And the pitch is low, 1-0.
Just the 10th error in the last 25 games for the Giants, but what a critical time.
They have fallen apart here in the fifth instance. All those 3-2 counts, taking a toll. He threw over 30 pitches in the inning before he was dismissed. Here's the pitch to Lansing. And the breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 1-1. He has struck out. And first a man. There is some concern on the faces of the Giants in that third base dugout. And it's only a 2-run lead for the Rockies, but a 2-run lead for the Giants evaporating very quickly in the fifth. Lansing swings hard and doesn't get it. And the count is 1-2. I'm going to give Dusty Baker some credit. He said at the start of the second half, watching Mike Lansing have a good second half. He is 2 of the 4 players that can have. We have one in the first half. Colorado, bottom of the fifth. Out at first, Christine at second. Here's the pitch to Lansing in the dirt, knocked down by Johnson. And it's 2-2. Tavares has not been the answer. And giving up 2 hits, and then the error on a ball that was hit hard by Help. To be an awful feeling for the Giants to know those other 2 teams have lost, and they have just blown a lead. Lots of baseball remaining in this one. The 2-2 pitch. Inside, ball 3, and advantage Colorado. The runners will be on the move with 2 outs and a full count. A big crowd on hand here at Coors Field to take in game 1 of 3 between the Rockies and the Giants. They have seen a Rockies uprising here in the fifth. They've had just 3 hits in the inning, and one of them is an infield hit, and they've scored 4 runs. They have taken full advantage of the miscues of the Giants. Tavares sets. The runners go. The pitch is on the way, and it's low. Ball 4. They're loaded up. They're loaded up for the man who began the inning with a strikeout, Edgar Clemente. Amber Scott of Denver is a very happy woman tonight. He'll win a $1,000 diamond. And Edgar Clemente hits his first Major League home run. It would be a grand slam. And our JC keeps a Grand Slams for Diamonds contest. Ron Peronowski is coming out now to talk with Tavares, trying to settle him down. First time he's been out. 5 runs on 5 hits for the Rockies, 3 runs on 7 hits for the Giants. It's a final out of St. Louis. 6-5, Cardinals beat Montreal. But the main story, Mark McGwire hitting his 66th home run. Within minutes of Sammy Sosa's. J.D. Drew hit a pair tonight. Their #1 draft choice, the Philly could not stop. And the Cardinals did. Back to live action. And Edgar Clemente taking the pitch for ball 1. He is the 10th man to bat in the 5th inning. If the Giants can get Clemente, I think they've gotten off the hook on what could be a rather huge inning. 4 runs is a lot, but Clemente could drive in more. The 1-0 pitch, and he bends back from a breaking ball, a slider over for a strike, and it's 1-1. He could do some serious damage here. Runners with their leads at all 3 stations. The pitch, swing and a miss. He chased that slider, and it's 1-2. Struck out earlier in the inning, tripled in a run earlier in the game. Here's the 1-2, and the breaking ball he lays off, and it's low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. A win by the Rangers tonight in Seattle, or a loss by the Angels in Oakland would seal the division crown. Well, Texas is trailing 4-0 to Seattle, and Oakland leads Anaheim 4-0. Here's the 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. That, I do believe, could be a huge out in this inning. If you're keeping a scorebook, let's point back to that down the road. The Rockies tally 4 runs but lead 3 on. They lead it 5-3 over San Francisco through 5.
Radio. Sports Radio. KOA. Bank One Profiles Tim Geiser.
Wireless extension, a great feature unique to US West this season that makes the dream of complete accessibility a reality. With it, you use the same phone number you have on your home or office line to receive calls on your US West Advanced PCS phone, too. US West, a great sponsor of Rockies baseball. US West, life's better here. 5 runs on 5 hits for the Rockies, 3 runs, 7 hits, and 1 big error for the Giants. Curtis Lascani, who's been warming up for the better part of 20 minutes now, he's ready. He has started in his career. He might feel like a starting pitcher here tonight. This relief brought to you by Prime Star Satellite TV. Call 1-800-PRIME-STAR and get your first month of Prime Value programming plus HBO for free. 5-3 Rockies. Go to the 6th, and here's Jeff Kingery.
Thank you, Wayne, and a long ways to go. If Coors Field is any indicator through the years, Bill Miller leading off. He is singled and grounded to short. Rockies up by 2 after trailing 3-1. Here's a ground ball pulled wide at first. Helton's got it. Underhand flip to Lascanic. He's over in plenty of time. And there's out number 1. That'll bring up Brian Johnson, who is grounded into a double play and then grounded out to short. Giants will resume bullpen activity. I don't think we'll see Tavares bat. We won't. Armando Rios, an outfielder, has come out to the on-deck circle to hit for Tavares. Lascanic working. A big windup. And the first pitch on the way, a fastball low and away. A struggle for Curtis as of late. He had a tough start to the season, then was brilliant for several months running. He has given up runs in 7 of his last 12 appearances. The 1-0 right back up the middle, hit off Lascanic and deflects on into center field. Brian Johnson with his first hit of the night. And now a tying run coming to the plate. So Reno's hitting for Tavares. In relief of Thompson, who can win it. John gave up 3 runs, 7 hits, and 5 innings. The Rockies have just rallied in the bottom of the 5th to get him off the hook and give him the lead. This ball on the outside from Curtis is a strike. And the count evens 1-1. Johnson on it first. Not great speed there. Rios does run well. Taking a moment. Rios taking some time getting set in the batter's box. Rios from Puerto Rico. Here's the pitch to him, swung on and missed. Nasty slider down and in, and the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rios in just his 5th year. He had not been above Double-A before this season. Not a big guy at 5'9", but he's had a little pop in the minors. 14 home runs in Double-A last year. Here's the pitch. That one inside to him, and the count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rios hit 26 homers this year for the Giants AAA club at Fresno, so he's got some pop for a guy who's not all that big. Leskanic misses inside with a slider, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Drove in 103 runs with Fresno. Good minor league season. Will it translate? Johnson not going on the 3-2, and Leskanic misses outside. So the Giants in business here. Leskanic got the first man, then gave up a base hit to Johnson, walks the pinch hitter Rios. And now the top of the order, Marvin Bernard coming up. He has walked tonight, stolen a base, scored a run. 0 for 2 otherwise. Frank Funk, the Rockies pitching coach, in the dugout, and he's on the phone very briefly down to that Rockies bullpen. Bill Hayes, the Rockies bullpen coach, the man who answers that phone, and he'll have the instructions. Who do the Rockies want up? Here's the pitch. Low. 1 ball and no strikes to Bernard. Mike Munoz is going to start to throw. Whereas Don Baylor thinking several men ahead here. He's thinking of the fact that this inning may now get to Barry Bonds. Curtis from the stretch. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball hit off the glove of Lansing. Deflects out into right field. Bichette is retired. Dante 1 for 3 on the night as he heads back to the dugout.
Nothing against the Texas Rangers, but they go in Anaheim and sweep that 3-game series. They win tonight. They win the Western Division. If Anaheim loses, they win the division. Well, Anaheim is trailing 6-2 in the 8th at Oakland. How about Seattle annihilating Texas 13-0 in the 7th?
Then he hits the first pitch down the 3rd. Bill Miller up with that one. Johnstone's thrown 2 pitches, and Wayne, here's a guy who's getting some people out.
Well, better get a videotape and see how it's done. I'll tell you this, that 5th and 6th inning was incredible. How about that, though? You're trailing 13-0, and you're on the verge of cracking open the champagne.
Yep. Well, they may back into it tonight, but they better be ready. You may well be facing the Yankees in the first round.
You bet.
Here's the pitch. That one to Helton misses outside 1-0. Todd tonight has a walk. He was also safe on an error that let in a run in the Rockies' 4-run 5th inning. Kept the inning going. Johnstone ready, the 1-0. That one misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Rockies need a base runner. They're down by a couple here in the 7th. 7-5 Giants.
Kind of a tough ending to the John Thompson story of 1998. 6 tries to win his 9th game. He couldn't do it.
The pitch in for a strike.
Although he didn't pitch that badly, Jeff.
Just never seemed like he could get on top of his game. Never seemed that he was throwing pitches where he wanted to put them in the strike zone. He can't lose this one. 2-1 pitch on the way. Helton swings, hits it the opposite way to short. Aurelia stays in front of a tricky hop, throws to first, and the Rockies are retired in order. We're going to the 8th inning. 7-5 Giants.
It's like flat champagne.
Well, having had that experience 2 years ago, you are absolutely right. The Rangers clinched the American League West while our game was in the 13th inning that night. And the pitch by Abbott to Cedeno, pinch hitting for Clayton, grounded to first. Ibanez takes it to the bag, the side's retired. The Rangers get 2 runs on 2 hits, including the home run by Lee Stevens. It is stretch time in Seattle. We are going to the bottom of the 7th. It's the Mariners 13, the Rangers 2.
Thanks, Jeff. Jeff King will lead it off. Boy, he had a weird night. He has an RBI single, and he's walked 3 times. And he takes ball 1 outside from Jerry DePoto. Here's the stretch by Jerry. And there's 1-0. Fastball. Got it. All right, made up the last one. Here's the 1-2. It's in the dirt. 2-2. It's kind of unusual. Estes, Tavares. Ramon Martinez is out on deck, and I wish he was the Dodger pitcher. Now, this guy's an everyday player in the minor leagues and getting some duty here in the month of September. He's out on deck for San Francisco. He'll be hitting for Johnstone, who certainly did his job. He retired. 5 of the 6 he faced. Broke a bat, little looper, base hit center field. Jeff Kent is having quite a night. He has said hello to Todd Helton on far too many occasions tonight. 5th time he's been aboard. 3rd hit against DePoto. Make it the 4th. As he gave up 3 hits and a run in the 7th inning. And here comes Martinez.
Nice job by Johnstone tonight. He faced 7 men, retired 6 of them, walked Darryl Hamilton, but it didn't hurt him, and he had a 1-2-3-7 to finish it up.
The Giants and the Rockies have not hit a home run tonight. The Giants have 14 hits. The Rockies have but 5, but they're still very much in this game. A 7-5. Giants lead in the 8th. Well, the leadoff man is aboard. Here's the pitch and a bunt up the first base side. Helton thought about going to second. Instead, will have to throw back to the first base area. And Lansing is there to take the throw. And it's a sacrifice bunt by the Giants. Going 3-4. So well done by Martinez. And that sets the stage for J.T. Snow. Darryl Kyle against Oral Hershiser tomorrow. Jamie Wright and Kurt Reeder on Sunday. Seven to 5 Giants. Scored a run in the 1st, another in the 3rd, another in the 5th, a 3-spot in the 6th inning, and another run in the 7th. Looking for another run, minimum here in the 8th, as the pitch is in there for a strike. J.T. Snow, 1 out of 4 with a double. Rockies have won 12 of their last 18, including 7 of the last 9 here at Coors Field, but trailing tonight by 2. DePoto's pitch swung on, ground ball, softly hit the short. Gonna have to hurry. Nafy turns, throws, in time to get the out. He got the out at first base on J.T. Snow, and on the play, Kent will go to 3rd. That was a close one. Nafy forgot how many outs there were. He got kind of excited about the play he made, as well he should, but he did forget how many outs there were. He was ready to go to the dugout. Close play at first, but he got the out. With the runner at 3rd and 2 away, here's Bill Miller. A single in his first at bat, 1 out of 4. Kent off to his lead at 3rd base as DePoto works out of the stretch. And the pitch, a little looper to shallow right. Gonna drop, base hit. In to score is Jeff Kent to make it 8-5 San Francisco. Not overpowered at all. But Miller drives in his 59th run of the year. And the Giants have 15 hits to put the 8 runs on the board.
And the Rockies still with just 5 hits, and now in both innings. An RBI single with 2 outs to get a run home for the Giants against DePoto.
That's how you stay in contention. The Mets have lost. The Cubs have lost. The Giants win. A 3-way tie with 2 games remaining in the wild card. The pitch is over for a strike to Brian Johnson. He has a single tonight. Everybody has a base hit in the game for the Giants in the respective positions in the lineup. 1 through 9. Here's a swing and a fly ball hit down the right field line. That is slicing foul and out of play. 0-2 the count. We had to count the pinch hitter, Stan Javier's base hit to left in the 7th inning in that number 9 role. He was hitting for the pitcher. He remained in the game and is playing center field. But the 1 through 9, everybody's had at least one hit for the Giants. I guess that's easy to have happen when you have 15 hits. Pitch is away, and it's off the catcher's mitt of Reed, and racing towards second base without a throw will be Bill Miller. That'll go as a wild pitch. He tried to smother it and just couldn't quite do so. Second wild pitch of the 9th for the Rockies pitching staff. Brian Johnson can get a base hit here and drive in another run for the San Francisco Giants. They have scored in every inning since the 5th, and we're in the 8th inning. Miller with a good-sized lead at second. Here's the pitch, and a fastball is outside. 2-2. Rockies were trailing 3-1, then scored 4 times in the bottom of the 5th. Well, the Giants answered with 3 in the 6th, 1 more in the 7th. They've scored here in the 8th. And a 2-2 pitch coming. Here it comes. Swing and a broken back ground ball to short. Picked up by Napie. That's the ball. He throws him out. The bat ends up over at third. And the Giants get a run. They leave a man. We're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. Giants leading 8-5.
In training next year. 3-0. And it is low. He gets a 4-pitch walk. Kyler in the major leagues has a lifetime .236 batting average, 77 stolen bases. And he's aboard at first for Luis Alicea.
I guess for some reason the folks in Seattle here on the scoreboard are playing mind games with the Rangers. They've left the score 6-2 in the top of the 7th with Anaheim batting on their board. It's actually in the bottom of the 8th.
Here's Alicea swinging and belting one to deep right field. Back to the track, Radmanovich, and he hauls it in. And Alicea is a long out. Kyler scampers back to first. It is 13-2 in favor of Seattle. But in Oakland, it is 6-2 Oakland in the bottom of the 8th. 2 outs and a runner at second base for the Athletics. Rusty Greer is out of the game. Warren Newson is now batting in this spot. The Deacon this year, 4 for 17 in the big leagues. A .235 batting average. Well, this has turned into a rather bizarre night. Swing and a foul back by Newson. The Rangers are taking maybe the worst beating that they've taken all year. We would have to research exactly what their worst loss has been, but there haven't been many quite like this. But they might clinch the West anyway. Well, the pitch is outside 1-1, and if they do, it will be on the strength of the left arm of Kenny Rogers, who is still the best left-handed pitcher in Ranger history. 1-1, and the pitch is outside. Rogers, the Ranger pitcher of the year in 1994 and 95, has had the 2 biggest seasons ever by a Ranger lefty. 16 wins and 17 wins. 70 wins as a Ranger. There's a pitch outside. It is 3 balls and a strike, and the Rangers are certainly hoping that Kenny wins his 16th game of the season tonight.
He's thrown 99 pitches through 8 innings.
Newson swings and misses. Paul Abbott with a shot at a complete game. There is action in the bullpen for Seattle.
The deficit right now is 11 runs. The Rangers did lose to Baltimore at the ballpark 14-3 this year.
3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Newson is out. There are 2 outs. Abbott, by the way, has never had a complete game in his major league career, which started back in 1990. This is his 19th big league start, his 4th this year. Now here's Mike Sims. Juan Gonzalez was 1 for 3 tonight without a run batted in.
And an 18-6 loss for the Rangers at home against the Anaheim Angels.
Ooh. 2 runs for the Rangers tonight on a Lee Stevens homer after they were down 13-0. The pitch to Sims is low. Every time Juan Gonzalez drives in a run, Target, along with Juan, makes a $100 donation to LIFT, the Organization for Literacy Instruction for Texas. Target, expect more, pay less. And the pitch is in the dirt, gets away at the plate. Down to second goes Milt Kyler. Well, the scoreboard here has now indicated that Anaheim did not score in the top of the 7th. They have at least eased the minds of the Ranger players and coaches by showing Anaheim no longer batting in the 7th. The fact is they've already batted in the 8th and haven't scored. 6-2, Oakland leading in the last half of the 8th now.
And it's 7-2. A.J. Hinch with an RBI single with 2 outs.
5-run lead with an inning to go for Oakland. There's a swing and a foul back. And again, remember, the Rangers lost to Oakland on back-to-back days last weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Art Howe's team said they were going to make it tough for the Rangers and Anaheim, and that's exactly what they've done. They split the season series with Texas, 6 games each, and they're leading the season series with Anaheim. And about to close out the whole thing, maybe. Pitch to Sims inside, and it was the Oakland A's who closed out Seattle's season in '96 when they beat Seattle to make the Rangers the champions. The winning hit in that game was by Tony Batista back in '96. Jose Paniagua warming in the Seattle pen, a right-hander. 2-2 pitch, fouled away by Sims. Well, Johnny Oates has used just about everybody on his bench. He still has not brought into the game Chris Tremy, the extra catcher. Everybody else has seen action tonight.
And they're going to the 9th inning now. 7-2 Oakland.
And we'll see if Kenny Rogers pitches the 9th or if the closer Billy Taylor comes on. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball. Strike 3 call. Sims is out, and so are the Rangers. No runs, no hits, and a man left at second. We are going to the bottom of the 8th. Seattle 13, Texas 2. Ranger fans, Delta Airlines is a proud sponsor of Texas Rangers broadcasts and the home run inning. Every day, Delta and the Delta Connection travel to more than 300 cities worldwide. Why not fly with the winningest team in the air? Delta. Jim Edmonds is leading off the top of the 9th for Anaheim in Oakland. Craig Shipley on deck. Kenny Rogers still pitching. Oakland leading there 7-2. Here, it is the rookie shortstop Guevara to lead off against Scott Bales, making his first big league appearance since going on the disabled list July 31st. Guevara swings and grounds one over third. It's fair ball past a diving Sheldon into the Mariners bullpen. It caroms out of the bullpen into fair territory. Newson retrieves, and it is a double for Giomar Guevara, his second major league hit. Eric Gunderson gave up 3 runs in 2 innings. He allowed 3 hits, 2 of them home runs by lefties, Ken Griffey and Ryan Radvanovich. Griffey is out of the ball game, and rookie Charles Gibson is now the batter. Griffey hit his 56th home run off Gunderson in the 6th inning, and he drove in 5 runs tonight. He has 146. Gibson batting from the right side, fouls one back. He's hitting .227. Gunderson 1 2/3 innings, 3 runs allowed. Levine went an inning and 2/3 and permitted 2. Cataray 2/3 of an inning, let in 2, and Loaiza gave up 6 in 3 innings. He's on the hook for the loss. The 0-1 from Bales to Gibson is low and inside. Edgar Martinez, the DH, is in the on-deck circle. Bales ready, and here's the pitch, and it is grounded on the left side. Sheldon plays a big bounce, looks the runner back, and throws in time to first base. There's one away. Very close play at first, and the crowd did not like the call. Scott Bales for the season with earned run average of 1-0, a 6.39 ERA. This is his 45th appearance. Scott did go to the minor leagues and pitched several times to get himself back in shape. And here comes Edgar, 2 for 4, a double and a single, and a run batted in. There is 1 out in the top of the 9th. Jim Edmonds has been retired in Oakland. The Rangers are 2 outs away from a division championship at the Coliseum in Oakland. The pitch from Bales is outside for ball 1. Craig Shipley is the batter now. Shipley batting with Matt Walbeck on deck. Kenny Rogers trying for a complete game to nail down the Rangers championship. 1-0 pitch. And there's a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. What an ironic way that would be to end it. Rogers, who left via free agency, the Rangers signed Ken Hill instead. Hill wound up going to Anaheim and pitching against the Rangers this week. 1-1. And Martinez takes high. Shipley has lined out. There are 2 outs in Oakland. The Athletics are leading the Angels by the score of 7-2. Oakland 1 out away from making the Rangers American League West champions. Matt Walbeck, the hitter. Pitch to Edgar here is outside, and we get a late strike call from Brinkman. 2-0 the count to Walbeck in Oakland. 2 outs in the 9th inning. Oakland ahead 7-2. Kenny Rogers trying to close out a complete game. He has 6 already this year. He's now behind Walbeck at 3-0. 2-2 here is grounded foul past third base. Troy Glaus in the on-deck circle, and Walbeck draws a walk. So 2 outs and a runner at first for Anaheim. And Troy Glaus, the rookie third baseman, coming up. 7-2, Oakland leading. Meanwhile here, a runner at second and 1 out, and a 2-2 count on Edgar Martinez. Quite incidental at the moment. The pitch is nubbed foul off to the left side. At least when the Rangers clinched in 96 by Oakland beating Seattle, the Rangers still had a chance to win while all that was going on. They were in a tie ball game in extra innings when the final came over, and it was a lopsided final, 8-1, Oakland over Seattle that night.
They still have it in the 7th inning on the scoreboard here.
2 balls, 2 strikes. A swing and a long drive deep down the line and right. In the corner, Sims, it is off the wall. Rounding third and in to score is Guevara. Martinez has a double. It's 14-2 in favor of the Mariners. Now, one thing we might mention is that Danny Wheat, the Ranger trainer, is hooked up to the internet just as we are. And chances are he is following that ball game batter by batter and letting the Rangers know, as the clubhouse here is located just a few steps from the dugout. Troy Glaus is the batter with 2 outs and a 1-2 count. Matt Walbeck at first. 7-2, Oakland leading Anaheim. Kenny Rogers is a strike away from finishing that game, and he misses with a pitch. Ball 2 and strike 2. Right here, 14-2 Seattle, and Martinez is being lifted for a pinch runner as Ryan Radmanovich comes up to the plate. And Rogers misses with a pitch to Glaus. It's a full count. Radmanovich, who homered off Gunderson in the 6th, takes a breaking ball from Bales for a strike. It is 0-1. 2 outs in Oakland, a runner at first, and Glaus the batter. In this game, a swing by Radmanovich and a base hit to center field, and that will score a run. It is 15-2 Seattle, and the Rangers are American League West champions. Troy Glaus has flied out to end the game. And the Rangers have won the West for the 2nd time in 3 years.
It's just the beginning.
Just the kind of dramatic call you were looking for, partner.
Hey, hopefully you'll get a chance. You've got 3 more rounds to go.
Well, in the same breath, the Rangers fall behind 15-2 and win the American League West. Well, there's no sign that the Ranger dugout knows it yet. On our monitor, we keep checking Johnny Oates, and nobody has told him. Here's the pitch high to Davis. Doug Melvin, who's right behind the Ranger dugout. That's a little laser right now. We don't know exactly where he is. But the Rangers have won the West. There's a swing by Davis, grounded to third, to second for 1, to first, a double play. The inning is over, and so is the pennant race in the American League West. At the end of 8 here, the Rangers are trailing 15-2, but they are American League West Division champions. We'll be right back. The Rangers are not showing signs of knowing that they're American League West champions, and now they are. Now they are. The T-shirts are being distributed in the Ranger clubhouse. which has been lined with plastic. Zach Manasian, the Rangers equipment manager, has broken out the championship T-shirts. The Rangers, who have already come out of the game, including all of their regular players, are celebrating inside the clubhouse. And of course, the Rangers are not embarrassing the Seattle Mariners at all in the process, as the celebration, which at this point is somewhat restrained, going on in the clubhouse. But believe me, it will not be restrained at all once this game comes to an end. The Rangers are trailing 15-2, and all they want to do now is get this thing over with so they can let spirits fly in the clubhouse. Thank you, Kenny Rogers and the Oakland A's. Here's Chris Tremme for his first at-bat as a Ranger, and on the first pitch, he rips a shot down the line and right, and it's a double. He was batting for Roberto Kelly as the designated hitter. Tremme excited about a chance to play in the big leagues again. He played briefly for the White Sox a few years ago. He's not giving away any at-bats to get started on the clubhouse celebration. He's standing on second laughing. And meanwhile, in the Ranger clubhouse, smiles all around. They are now passing out the championship caps along with the red T-shirts. For the second time in 3 years, the Rangers have won the West. And they have won it this year despite trailing by 3.5 games as recently as September the 6th. The Rangers won 12 out of 17 since that point to win the division, and 5 out of 5 against the Anaheim Angels. Bill Hasselman, a swing and a pop to center. On to catch it is Gibson, and there's one out. And it brings up Lee Stevens, who is the only regular still in the game. Pudge Rodriguez in the Ranger dugout is opening up his Ranger jacket to unveil one of those championship T-shirts. Goodwin, McLemore, Greer, Gonzalez, Clark, Rodriguez, Zeal, Clayton are already out of the ball game and enjoying the title despite the fact the Rangers are down by 13 runs. This team never does anything in conventional fashion. Here's Lee Stevens with a swing and a long drive to right. It is history. The second home run of the night for Lee Stevens. He celebrates the division title with his 19th home run of the year. It's 15 for Seattle. Well, Vince has already started making his way down to the Ranger clubhouse. And we will bring you all the festivities when this game is over. The Rangers have won the West. They will lead by 3 games with 2 games left to play. They will trail Cleveland by 1 game for home field advantage. And Johnny Oates has indicated that he will rest the regulars who need to rest, rather than going all out to win home field. Pitch to Sheldon is low and outside. That means that Todd Stottlemyre, if he does start tomorrow, will not pitch much. The 1-0 pitch is low for a ball, 2-0. Stottlemyre and Helling would probably be Johnny's choices for the first 2 playoff games. So Helling, who is scheduled to pitch Sunday, probably would also pitch just a little if he pitches at all that day. Jose Paniagua is working the 9th inning here for Seattle. He misses outside with the ball. It is 3-0. Great job by Paul Abbott. He went 8 innings and allowed just 2 runs. And the pitch a little bit low to Sheldon. He takes a 1-out walk. That brings up Domingo Cedeno. Cedeno 0 for 1, pinch hit for Clayton in the 7th inning. The Rangers on this road trip won the 4 games they had to win. 3 in a row in Anaheim and 1 last night to keep the pressure on the Angels. And tonight, the Angels lost 7-2 to the Oakland Athletics. Cedeno a swing and a miss. Kenny Rogers a complete game, his 16th win of the year. Omar Olivares was the losing pitcher. Paniagua set, and the pitch, it is outside and low. At the All-Star break, the Rangers trailed by 1.5 games. But in the second half, the Rangers have played 6 games above 500 and made up that deficit and more. A swing by Cedeno, a bouncer to second. Bell to Guevara to first, a double play. This game is over. And the Rangers can start celebrating big time now. It sounds strange to say, the Mariners beat the Rangers 15-4. Congratulations, Ranger fans. Your team has won the West for the second time in the last 3 years. We'll have the totals after this.
I thought it was 2-1. The pitch is fouled out of play. It is 3-2. Eight to 6 in favor of the Giants. Ninth inning. Right after this at bat by Stan Javier, we will cue Ashley Saracen back at the studios in downtown Denver at our flagship station, 850 KOA in Denver, and Sammy Sosa's home run will be up first for you. Here comes the 3-2, and it's low and inside, another walk. Sammy Sosa, what'd you do tonight? Here's the 0-1. Here's a high fly ball. To deep left field. There it goes. Number 66 for Sammy Sosa. And for the first time all year, Sosa leads McGuire. That was the story tonight at the Astrodome. The Astros won the game 6-2. Now with the runner at first, game going, they put a hit and run play on, and Bernard fouls it off. And Javier, who's been hobbled with that injury, will have to go back to first base. He gets up. He's still dusting himself off at second base. Was it not a foul ball? He's not going anywhere. The umpire's not telling him to go anywhere, but he has to go back to first base. The umpire has yet to tell him to go back to first base. So I guess they're telling us that that was not a foul ball, that even though it had every look of it, every indication that it was, the ball must have been just swung on and missed. Now they flop the pickoff move at second base. Well, it was a stolen base because he was running on the pitch, but it sure looked like a foul ball. Oh, well. 0-1 to count. Did that not look like a foul ball to you? Indeed it did. 8 runs on 15 hits for the Giants. 6 runs on 7 hits for the Rockies. Now they're going to talk over a little strategy. Well, now you've got a great option here. If you decide to have Bernard to bunt, you're giving up 1 out. You're going to have the runner in third because of the stolen base. Then your big guns can take a chance trying to get him home. That worked earlier. Here's the squaring of the hitter, but the pitch is high. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Nelson was charging for the first. Then Castillo in at third, but was not charging. Ron Wood is going through the signs over there as the third base coach for the Giants. A 2-run lead. Bessie Baker knowing that that's not big enough in this ballpark. On most nights, the pitch outside, square in front end. And it's down 2-1. Wood wants Bernard to come over and talk to him. Man, how many times can a third base coach come all the way down almost to home plate and talk to a hitter? Remember that game with the Dodgers a couple of years ago, Wayne, that went 4 hours and 20 minutes? It was the longest 9-inning game in National League history. Don't tell me. We're getting pretty close to 4 hours in this one. I asked you not to tell me. I had to. Here's the 2-1 pitch. He's not scoring. The pitch is low, 3-1. Jerry DePoto and Mike Munoz, the only Rockies pitchers who have not surrendered a walk in this game. Of course, Munoz only faced 1 man. Here's the 3-1. It's high, ball 4. 2 walks in succession for Veers and a stolen base on a weird-looking play. And Rich Aurelio, who has had an incredible night. He's 4 for 4. He has put down a sacrifice bunt, and he'll be putting one down here, or at least attempting to. So Beers, after a little discussion with Vinny Castilla about the bunt defense. Remember, that has been a signature of this ball club in 1998. The Rockies, one of the best teams at turning a potential sacrifice bunt into an out, and sometimes two. Here's a bunt attempt, and it's fouled away, and that caught Aurelia in a place where he really didn't need to be hit. He might be speaking at a different octave after that one. 0-1. With their leads. And the 0-1, he's not bunting, and he takes the pitch for a strike. 0-2, and that Rockies defense was moving at first and third, and the shortstop, Nafi Perez, was heading over towards third base. I guess with Aurelia having the 4 hits tonight, that Dusty Baker was going to play the percentages, but Aurelia did not take a swing at that pitch. He took it for strike 2. At first, Javier at second. They can run, and the pitch is swung on and missed. He struck him out on a high fastball. Aurelia, for the first time tonight, basically gives away an at-bat. And with 1 away, here comes Barry Bonds. Bonds, 1 hit in his 5 trips to the plate. Remember, he hit a long home run in the All-Star game here at Coors Field back on the 7th of July.
As well as Bonds runs, he's hit into 15 double plays, which ties him for the club lead. And the Rockies may get a break here if they get Bonds to hit the ball on the ground.
Here comes the pitch to him, and it's inside ball 1. You know, you have to figure a little factor in that. If you hit into that many double plays, you got to hit the ball hard.
Well, that's what he does.
Oh, does he? He can flat out hit. Game looks too easy for him some days. Beer's ready. Here's his 1-0. And it's low ball 2-0.
Rockies have that shift on again against Bonds. It paid off in the 3rd inning with Nafi shaded up the middle, nearly behind second base, and that's exactly where Bonds hit it back in the 3rd inning.
2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. He threw him an off-speed pitch. That was the split finger. And Bonds was out in front. He has a count of 2-1. By the way, the game is now over in Seattle. Mariners beat the Rangers, who are now the Western Division champions. They beat them 15-4, but Ken Griffey Jr. hit his 56th home run, tying last year's output. A swing and a miss, another split finger. Waving at it was Barry Bonds, 2-2. So he matches what he did a year ago. He's got 2 more games remaining. Ken Griffey Jr. has picked up the pace in September. Here's the stretch as the crowd serenades Bonds, and he swings and pops it up. That's in the shallow right. Underneath it now is Mike Lansing. They will call the infield fly rule as the ball is caught in shallow right. Automatic out. 2 outs. And Jeff Kent is coming up. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th inning for the Rockies. Due up, Nafi Perez, Dante Bichette, and Vinny Castilla. At the moment, the Giants are leading 8-6. The Bears did a whale of a job. That last pitch, a fastball up, and tied him up a little bit. And thus the pop-up in the shallow right. Bonds about as happy-go-lucky a guy as we've ever seen him before the game during batting practice. He was talking to everybody. He was in a kind of a fun little argument with Dante Bichette. He had misunderstood. But Dante Bichette has driven in more runs than any National Leaguer from the 7th inning on since joining the Rockies. And Bonds thought he had said that he had driven in more runs than anybody in the 90s. The pitch is a strike to Kent, and it's 0-1. Of course, there's only one man who has done that in the National League, and it was Barry Bonds. But they were having a nice little argument. first and second for the Giants with 2 outs, 9th inning. Beers Redding delivers, and a swing and a miss as the pitcher's in the dirt. He has got a great pitch going right now with that splitter. It's 0-2. Kent couldn't hold on. Reed did a great job to have that ball sink in front of him like that and just knock it down. He's just putting his body out there. Ken trying to get over that last pitch that he went after. I'm very happy with himself at 0-2. Highlighters still serenading Barry, who is long since gone. Here's the 0-2. Fastball away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a foul back to the screen. We did get the schedules for next year. The Rockies will start in San Diego and then go to Los Angeles, so they'll go up against Western Division competition right off the bat. And the Padres will be here for the home opener, and that will be Monday, April the 12th at 1:05.
Everything starts a little later next year, and the season will actually finish in early October in 1999.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's outside, 2-2. Well, in case you're thinking about making plans for the Boston Red Sox being here for the final 2 exhibition games of the spring schedule next April 2nd and 3rd, it's only 189 days away. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fouled off to the right and out of play. Well, we're the only teams playing right now. All the West Coast teams are said and done.
Heck, the Japanese World Series game is done today already.
We hang around here long enough, they might get that hurricane out of Florida, and they'll start that doubleheader with Philadelphia and Florida before we're off the air.
Where do you want to go for breakfast here when this game's over?
Wherever you so choose.
Village Inn, maybe?
Village Inn sounds perfect. It'd be the second time today. Took Austin there this morning. The pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. Kent is out on strikes. The inning finally comes to an end. And we're going to the 9th inning. Bottom half, 8-6 Giants.
Rob Nen coming on. He's 7-6 this year in 76 games, but the real story, the saves. He's got 39 of them. His earned run average, 1.44. And here's just a couple of other numbers to ponder. Nen in 87 2/3 innings has struck out 110. That's a career high for him. The league is batting just 180 against him. Rob Nen with a career high in saves, looking for number 40 tonight, but he's got the heart of the Rockies batting order, and the Rockies trailing by 2. Bottom of the 9th. Wayne, it's all yours.
Boy, that's a decisive difference, though, for the left-handers. They're hitting so much better than the right-handers.
Yeah, they sure are.
They're hitting all of 230 against the guy. And that's the good number. 127 for right-handed batters. And Navy Perez, very thankful that he's a switch hitter. He's batting left-handed. 8 runs on 15 hits for the Giants. They've stranded 14 on the bases tonight, 8 in scoring position. 6 runs on 7 hits for the Rockies. They have left 7 men on. So Nafee, with the Rockies down 8-6, takes the first pitch over for a strike at 97 miles per hour. The fastball in there. Nafee with a couple of hits. He drove in a run on the 5th. The pitch. Chop foul, first base side. Rockies led in this game by a score of 5-3, but that didn't last long. That was when they scored 4 runs at the bottom of the 5th. Since then, the Giants have outscored them 5-1, leading 8-6 overall. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-2. Bichette to follow, and then Vinny Castilla. So imperative for Neifi Perez to reach safely and bring that tying run to the plate. There have been no home runs hit tonight by either team. The pitch swung on, hard hit ball, but picked up by the second baseman, Jeff Kent. He will throw out Neifi Perez, who hit the ball right on the nose. That's out number 1. Let's pause 10 seconds for our stations to wake up. This is the Rockies Baseball Network.
Broadcasting Colorado Rockies baseball to 38 states, 3 countries, every section of Coors Field. This is Rockies Radio, 850 KOA.
The San Francisco Giants are 2 outs away from doing the improbable, the unthinkable, and that is to be down 5 games. Just last Sunday, here's a swing and a line drive on one hop. Oh, it was fielded unbelievably so by Rich Aurelia, who throws out Bichette at first base. That ball was hit right on the nose, and he just cradled the ball and throws out Bichette. 6-3, and put a star next to that one. And the batter will be Vinny Castilla. I don't know how he caught that ball. For the Giants last Sunday, in despair, they were down 5 games to the Mets and the Cubs. 1 out away from making it a flat-footed tie for 3 teams: the Cubs, the Mets, and the Giants. And then ready and delivers. The pitch is swung on and fouled into the catcher's mitt, strike 1. Vinny Castilla tonight is grounded out, forced a man, infield hit, and grounded out again. 5 for 11, 4 for 11 against Ned, so he's had some success against him, and drives it in the air to straightaway center. That's playable. Javier is there. He squeezes it, and the Giants outlast the Rockies tonight, beating them 8-6, and now tied with the Cubs and the Mets in the National League wild card with 2 games to go. San Francisco gets the win, 8-6.
KOA, Rockies Radio 850.
Baseball players are a superstitious lot.